Hello, listeners. My name is Charles Scott. The program in which you are about to listen to is called Can We Talk? We come on the air once a week, and we have quite a bit of informative information that we try to share with you every week as to what's happening in the real estate market, and also to give you some personal tips so that you may get ahead in the market and have an idea of some of the coming trends. First of all, this week has been kind of exciting in the real estate market. The sales have not slowed down too much. They've slowed down a little bit, but we expect things to actually ramp up. It depends on what market that you're in. So get a pad and pencil or call your friends and have them tune in so that they can get some of this information that will definitely help them. If you're making a purchase of over $100 to $200,000 or $300,000, you want to be as informed as you possibly can. It has always amazed me that people will go out and they will research a toaster, or they'll research an item in their house and get the good housekeeping seal of approval and do a lot of research on an item that costs $20 or $30, and then when it comes to purchasing a property, they're completely in the dark. So you want to get as much information as you possibly can. Hopefully this show will give you some insight as to what's happening. I've been in the business now over 37 years, and I sell real estate throughout the state of Connecticut, and you might want to take some notes as I said. The market has slowed down a little bit. As you remember, during the summer, there's multiple offers on most of the properties, more than 4 or 5. It's not uncommon to have as many as 8 or 9 offers on the same property. And most of the properties are selling above asking price, and that's what you call a seller's market. Right now, it's slowed to the point of where instead of 7 or 8 offers, there's 3 or 4 offers on the property. Some of that has to do with what I call a daylight savings time. During the summer, you can go out and you can look at properties all the way up to 8 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock. But now that we're in the winter, in December, it starts getting dark at around 4:30, so it sort of cuts down on the amount of traffic where people are going out looking for homes. So here's how you plan your strategy. In Connecticut, a lot of the homes are being sold to a lot of people coming in from out of New York. And the people coming in from New York, if they get out of work at 3 o'clock, by the time they get to Connecticut, it's depending upon where they are coming from, the Bronx or Brooklyn, it's at least 4:30, 5 o'clock during the summer. Well, now when they get out of work, it's dark. So the people that would normally be flowing into the state buying up a lot of properties, they're not able to do that unless they come in on the weekends. I find that we have a lot of bookings on the weekend. Everyone wants to see a property on the weekend, and that's including some of the people that live locally. And when you buy a house, the appraiser's got to go out and look at the house. The inspector's got to go out and look at the house. So remember, they can't inspect the roof or look at the exterior if it's dark outside. So that sort of changes everybody's schedule. Everything is being changed around. So how do you take advantage of that? Well, if you live locally and you're looking to purchase a property, if you get out on your lunch hour, it doesn't take much to view a property. At the most 10 minutes. You know, it doesn't take a long time to view a property, because after all, you set up the appointment, you go in, you look at the exterior. Maybe from looking at the exterior, you decide that it's something that you don't want right off the bat. Going into the house, you look in the house and you can see the inside, the kitchen. Maybe the kitchen's too small. You know, most of the women, when they go into a house, they know right away whether they want the house or not. Kitchen's too small, closets are too small. I can tell you all of the normal complaints. The house is dated. It has carpets. We want hardwood floors. The rooms are too small. The rooms are upstairs. The bedrooms are not downstairs. You got to walk up the steps. The staircases are too narrow. You know, when I open the door, go in with someone, I can just, listen to all of the complaints about the house, this and that. So like I said, if you're looking to purchase a home, it doesn't take too long for you to decide whether or not this is the house for you and whether or not you want to go any further. So if you're working locally and you want to go out and you want to see some homes, you can easily set up some appointments on your lunch hour and during the daytime. This gives you a jump on people that are coming in from out of town or people that have to come at a far distance. So you're able to walk around and look at the property. Now, if not, and you're not able to do it that way, you can do a lot of what the people are doing from out of town. They do a lot of virtual tours where they can look and see most of the items right from the computer. Or maybe before you go to work in the morning, do a drive-by the neighborhood. You're going to find out that in this market, the buyers are going to have to do some work on their own, and that in order to get an advantage, because everyone gets a computer, and people that have the computers, they can look and they can see the property right away. So you want to have an advantage and get the drop on the other people before they're able to come and look at the property by riding around the neighborhood, get familiar with the neighborhood, go on the internet, get familiar with the property, find out as much as you can about the particular property, and this will give you the advantage. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is that how you can get the advantage in finding some properties that other people are not aware of, because it's a very competitive market out there. A lot of offers on the properties, and if you have not bought a house and you're looking to purchase a property, please be fully aware of prices. In other words, if you have not looked at homes for the last 10 years or 5 years and you're coming into the marketplace now, it's a totally different market. Be prepared to bid, and be prepared to bid high if you want to purchase a property in this particular market. If you don't want to buy a house and you just want to sit around and wait, and people say, oh, things are going to change, things always change. But in real estate right now, because of the supply and the demand and the shortage of housing, we don't see prices going down at all for a long, long, long time, because you don't have a lot of real estate out there for sale, and you don't have a lot of materials to build the homes. You see what's happening in the grocery stores. The shelves are empty. There's a shortage of supplies, a shortage of everything. We have the same situation in housing. There's a shortage of things. So how do you get an advantage? Well, like I tell people, if you wait to find the perfect house, unless you have a lot of money and unless you plan on building the perfect house, it's going to be very difficult for you to find the perfect house. And I'm just going to be honest with you. It's going to be very difficult unless you have a lot of money and a lot of construction knowledge to build the house and land. Because what happens is that all the homes are different. Different sizes, different shapes. And what a person has in their mind is they want the perfect home. They want the 3-car garage or 2-car garage. They want the 3 bedrooms. They want the 2 baths, the granite countertops, the hardwood floors, stainless steel appliances. I can name it all. The school system, the nice area, shopping plazas nearby, possibly a ranch, everything on one level, or the big house. And what happens is the more you start adding in there, the more money it costs. So maybe you're qualified for $300,000 or $200,000, and when you start adding up all those things, that perfect house is $500,000-$600,000. So if you don't have the $500,000 or $600,000, then it becomes frustrating because you're chasing the dream, and that house may be out there, but the real estate agent is only going to show you homes within your price range, or that you are qualified for by the letter that you give him. Now, he can show you everything, but let's say you're qualified for $250,000 and you want to see houses for $400,000, and you know the houses are selling for the same price as a seller's market or even more. So if you're looking at houses for $250,000 and you're constantly looking and constantly looking, you know what's going to happen is the real estate agent is going to start saying, well, it's okay to dream, but I have to make a living. And I'm going to spend my time working with people who are realistic and that really want to buy a house and that are motivated and understand that they've got to buy something now, maybe fix it up, and maybe wait later and sell that house and buy another house. So the real estate agent, he's going to prioritize his time. So if you're constantly coming in wanting to see houses that are 100,000 over what you are qualified for. Now, when I say qualified, I didn't qualify you. The real estate agent didn't qualify you. You qualified yourself because you gave the bank how much money you make. You told the bank how many bills you have, and the bank told you how much money they would give you based upon that information. So the bank is qualifying you for a certain dollar amount, and they're not going to give you any more money than that, even if you want to buy it. They will let you put the difference in. So that means if you are qualified for $250,000 and you want to buy a house for $350,000, you've got to put the other $100,000 in out of your pocket. And if you don't have that, then you're not going to be able to buy that house. Here's some advice I wanted to give you, and I always tell everybody. Try to find a house that's in good shape. They call it good bones. I mean, the house is in good shape. It may need paint. It may need the carpets ripped up. Maybe you want to make the hardwood floors. It may need new appliances and, some fixing up within the house. The windows maybe need some new windows. As long as the house is functionally okay and everything works, the bank will loan you the money. So you look for something that may be outdated, not updated, outdated. Why do I say that? Because number one, that's not what all of the herd mentality and all the other people are looking for. So you're going to find a house that maybe the counters need to be replaced. Maybe the appliances need to be replaced. And you're going to look beyond what everything looks at now. Then you're going to go in there and put an offer in on that house. Now, maybe on a house like that, you might be able to offer them less money. And the seller may understand, or maybe the seller priced it low because the seller understands that the house needs some work. So then what you do is you go into that house, put an offer in, and if you're able to get the house, then you go in and you fix it up. Now, think about what I'm going to say to you. It doesn't cost a lot to fix up a house, and it doesn't take a lot of expertise to fix up a house. And if you don't know how to do it yourself, hire somebody. Get a relative. First of all, let's look at this. Let's analyze it. You go in the house, okay, appliances. Well, you don't have to be an engineer to replace appliances. You take the old appliances, you either sell them or you get rid of them, and you order new appliances. Usually they'll come in, they'll take out the old appliances and install the new ones, and they don't charge you to install them. So now you have your appliances in there. Countertops. Well, you can take countertops and you can order stainless steel for the appliances. You can order granite for the countertops. And the man will come in, he'll measure it, and then he'll come and install them. It only takes 2 to 3 hours to install the granite countertops. This is after they've already measured them and they know and they cut it to size. And they plop them down, they put the glue around it, and they stabilize it. And, you put the sink in, you're good to go. You just took some ceramic tile countertops and you just turned them to granite. Wow, you made it shine. A lot of the houses have carpeting, the older ones, but guess what? Underneath the carpet in a lot of these homes have hardwood floors. Because years ago, hardwood flooring was not really all that attractive. People wanted a nice, soft carpet to walk on. I went in the house yesterday and I showed the house and went in the house and you think you're walking on a cloud. I mean, they must have had 2-inch thick padding underneath that carpet. And it was older, but boy, was it comfortable. I mean, you could take your shoes off and just float across there. And this is the way people used to like it. You know, luxury was determined by how thick the carpet was, or not the carpet, but the padding. See, that's an old carpet trick. You could take a thin carpet and put 2 inches of padding under there and make it feel as if it was worth $1 million. And years ago, that's what people did. You remember the advertising? One room of carpet you pay for, the other one is free. So everybody had carpeting. Now people don't like carpeting because they say, oh, there's dust. You got the, the dust mites. You got people that got asthma. You got allergies. So in a lot of these homes, you can go in, rip up the carpet. The hardwood is good. It's still there. Never been walked on. And a lot of these places around different cities now, they specialize in sanding down the hardwood floors, fixing them up. So now guess what? There's your hardwood floors. So you got your appliances in, got your hardwood floors in. Now you put in a new, stainless steel. They have the two-sided stainless steel sink. There's nothing to drop a sink into the stainless steel, into the, countertop. So now that's taken care of. Then you got your backsplash. You can go to stores such as Home Depot, a lot of these different stores, and they have the backsplash. It makes it look like they put together 1,000 pieces of little glitter and glass, but they actually come already assembled like that. You just put it together like a puzzle. You could get some glue the background, pop up the backsplash. Now look, you got a nice granite countertop, you got stainless steel appliances, you got the backsplash, and you go over to the lighting section and look at all of the different lights that they have in there. They've got all the nice fancy lights that you can put in there. Maybe you want a center island to set it off. Well, years ago, you had to go out and buy this or build a center island to put in the middle of the kitchen. Now you go out and buy it, it's already together, they bring it, they put it in a box, they open the box, boom, you pop it in the middle of your kitchen, done deal. So you see, it doesn't take a lot, and now you got a nice, beautiful kitchen. And what did it cost you? Well, lucky if it cost you $5,000 at that, if that much. And you've just transformed a dated kitchen into a nice modern kitchen. Do the same thing with your bathroom. You know, people open the door and I listen to them and they look at the bathroom and they say, oh, look at this bathroom, this needs a lot of work, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not a lot of work, but I gotta be careful because I can't say, well, this is, I don't want to make it seem as though I'm trying to oversell them on the house, but I'm trying to really look out for their own good and look out for their pocketbook because I know what they're looking for is going to cost a lot of money, and they're just going to keep looking and looking and looking and chasing the dream when the dream is sitting right in front of them. You go into the bathroom, you even see these advertisements now where they will come out, measure the bathtub, and it's a one-piece encampment where they just come in and drop it in over the other bathroom. Voila, brand new bathtub, shiny, everything. Put the hot and cold water pipes there and shower, and there you go, brand new bathtub. Same thing with the walls. I like. Sometimes people don't like wallpaper, but I'll tell you what. There's some designs out now in wallpaper that'll blow your mind. If you put it up in the bathroom, you do all of the walls and everything, you don't have to spend a ton of money going around and customizing the walls. You can go to places that you can buy, or even online now, the beautiful silver and blue design with squares, and you can really take and put that up in the there's nothing to it now. I remember when I was a kid, wallpaper was the craze. You know, I used to help my mother, and we would get all of the materials and all of the gook and mix it all up and slide it on the walls and slide a wallpaper here and there and try to match it up. And, you know, it used to be fun, really. Now, it's simple. Now, the wallpaper comes with the backing already, like, it's almost like taking a stamp. You know, you mail stamps, you used to have to lick the stamp to put it on the envelope. Now you just peel it off and stick it there and throw it in the mail. Same thing with wallpaper. It comes with an adhesive on the back. All you do is unroll the wallpaper and put some water on it, and boom, stick it right to the wall. And it's easy to measure it and put it together, and all your walls look really, really nice. If you want to go further and you want to get the background, you know, places like Home Depot and all of that, the squares, you could do the whole bathroom over. And if you want to put a vanity, they've got all kinds of vanities. The vanities start at $99 and up. So you could put a vanity in there, you could change the toilet bowl, change the bathtub, put lighting, put the mirrors. It doesn't take a lot of money to do all that. You could do the whole bathroom over for less than $1,000. So kitchen, we've spent $5,000. Bathroom, we've spent $1,000. We're in it for $6,000. But you know what? It amazes me. Someone will do that and put a price tag on that same house for $50,000 more, and the people will go in and say, oh, this is what I've been looking for. It might have cost the person, the flipper, maybe $10,000 for the whole house, and now they just charge you $50,000 for something that cost them $10,000 that you could have done yourself within a matter of a couple of weeks and had $40,000 of equity in that house. So I'm just telling you that this is what you got to think about. And to make it easier on yourself, rather than chasing the dream and chasing that perfect house, this is the type of thing that you want to do so you can make it easier on yourself. Because maybe 5 or 6 people looked at that house before you and they saw something different. When I look at a house, that's what I see, what it can be after you've completed it. And also, you get more joy in knowing that you did it yourself. And you know, the biggest excuse I get, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do all that. But guess what? You got time to go to work to make enough money to pay that extra $40,000. How much time did it take you to make the extra $40,000 to pay that person? You might have worked a whole year in time to pay someone else to do what you could have done. So either way, I would rather spend 2 weeks and do the work myself than to work a whole year to pay somebody else to get the same result. So it's a matter of, yes, you have the time, but do you have the imagination? And you can go and you can, online today, you can go on a computer, you can go on online, you can look up all of these different things. The computer is amazing. They can even take and overlay everything so you could see exactly what it's going to look like. You don't know how to do these things? Guess what? Go to a place like Home Depot. They have classes on Saturday mornings where they teach you how to do these things free. And they have a whole line of people in the room, and they're showing them how they can do this. And hey, they want to show you how to do it because they want you to buy the supplies from them. Lowe's, all these different stores. So what I'm saying is that have an imagination and see what you can make the property into, not what it is, you know, right now. What's that going to do for you? Well, you're going to have a lot of equity. Say you buy a property for $250,000 and you put 10 into it. Now the property is worth $300,000. So right away, the property is worth more money than what you paid for it. Here's another thing that you can do. Let's say once you get, you know, and it depends on what your threshold is. Let's say you want to buy a property for even less than that, and you really want to do some work to it. Remember, the bank will not let you, in most cases, if you're going FHA, you can't buy a fixer-upper. but you can buy a property that's dated that everything works. That's the difference. See, there's a difference. A lot of times people will come to me and they say, oh, I'm FHA. So I got to be concerned, will this property pass FHA? That means, is the roof good? Are there any leaks in the plumbing? Any broken windows? Are there any major problems? But what if the property has none of those things wrong? It just needs updating. FHA could care less if it needs updating. They just want to make sure everything works. So buy the property and then update it, and then put the extra money in your pocket. If there's nothing I leave you with today, it's like this. You don't have time to fix it up, but you got time to go to work to make the money to pay somebody else to fix it up. And time that you could have spent fixing it up, you're going to spend a whole lot more time working to pay someone. So again, like I said, hope that you got some information from this program today. Tell your friends, tune in, watch me. My name is Charles Scott. I'm the owner-broker for Tri-State Realty, and if there's any way that I can help you, give me a call. Until next week, God bless.